Hey guys, long time no see. Story of my life, right? Anyway, we'll kind of get into that a little bit. Not like I don't have any great big story. It just is what it is. Life happens. But we'll just get into what life has been throwing at me and just talk a little bit and plan some makeup. So I needed some makeup therapy. I've not had any in a while. And so I thought we could just do that together. So I'm out of practice at this, so give me a little grace. Hopefully you guys still want to watch, and let's get going. I don't have anything in particular to share with you today. I just want to play in makeup. So I have a few things I've picked up in the last little bit, but nothing like super new or anything like that. So I'll share the newer things that I have, but like I said, it's nothing that I'm like showcasing specifically new. So I was trying to think of something to go with like the coral in my shirt, and this Sigma palette came to mind. It's been a while since I've played with it. It's an older palette. It's the Sigma Quarter Rosa. So let's play with this today. This is a beautiful palette. I'll show you the inside. Beautiful. Been a while since I've played with it, so definitely time to use it. I've not worn eyeshadow in quite a while. I take that back. I actually decided to wear some eyeshadow the other day for my niece's birthday, but before that I hadn't worn eyeshadow and I could not tell you how long. It really had been a minute. So before that it had been quite some time. So coral is about as colorful as it gets for me at the present moment. Something I love about these Sigma palettes is you usually get well, I think all of their palettes, you get a double-ended brush, and this one has the E38 and the E52. So the E38 is like one of my favorite brushes from Sigma, so that's what we're going to use today. I think I'm going to start with the Quarter Rosa shade, and I'm holding it upside down, FYI, but I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to put that in the crease, and I'm going to use the brush that came with it. Then I'm going to take this Veranda shade right here, and I'm just going to kind of blend the outer edge just to make it a little bit more smooth and seamless. Let's take this Summer Song shade and put just a little in this outer corner here. Then I want to take a little bit of this Campfire shade right here in the middle, and just start packing that next to the Summer Song. And then I'm gonna take the Belle of the Ball shade right here, and that's gonna go on the rest of the lid. I think I'm just gonna take it with my finger. I went a little more orange with this look than I initially intended, and I actually meant to incorporate this shade initially and I forgot. I think I said initially twice there, sorry. Anyway, I want to take this Hybrid shade. It's the most coral shade in the thing, and I want to just kind of buff it in the crease, even though we've kind of already done the crease. I think we toned down the orange a little, but it's still not as coral as I initially thought. But anyway, it's fine. Everything is fine. I'm gonna do something a little different than I normally do, because normally I would take this brown and do like a line with it, but let's do something just a tad bit different. Just let's get crazy here. Let's take this shade called Shakespeare and do a line with it. I know, I'm just wild. I'm walking on a very wild side here today, and in case you didn't know, that was sarcasm, just FYI. So it's not like a huge difference. It's just a tad different for me. Somebody who does, I can't even talk today. Somebody who does neutral eyeshadows all the time, you know, this is huge for me. Okay, so give me a little bit of a break. I made a Sephora order years ago, and just kidding. It's been a little bit ago, and I don't even know when it was, to be quite honest with you. The months, weeks, years ran together, but I got this little like sample of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. And I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to use this. So this is like, it's cute, right? I've seen some people say you can use it like over makeup, because it's a blurring powder. But I'm gonna just kind of use it for a little bit of a, it smells like menthol, squirrel, a little bit of, what is this, primer. So I'm just kind of, it's a universal shade, it's not even a shade. So yeah, I guess I do kind of see that it blurs, but I'm not looking up close, so give me just a second. I thought I would just kind of keep it kind of in the T-zone. The balm part of it is kind of what scares me a little. However, if it's blurring, let's put it on those under eye wrinkles and see what it does. It's not that balm look once you get it on your face. It does look more powdery. I've seen people like touch up with it, but I'm not exactly sure I would do that because it scares me just a little, because I'm like, why would I want to put that on my face after after I have my makeup done and I put powder, actual powder on? So I don't know, that's just a little worrisome for me to do after everything, but it looks good. Maybe I would like it for primer because it looks good now. It doesn't feel balmy right now, so maybe primer. I don't have anything new as far as foundation goes. I've been kind of reaching for my Sephora Best Skin Ever. That's what I've been using a lot of, or my Stay Naked Hydromaniac. I've been wearing makeup one day a week, and that's to church on Sundays. So it's not something I'm doing very often anymore, because I don't get out of the house often. Sometimes I get out on the weekends, but that's kind of few and far between, only because life be laughing. But yeah, I've just been reaching for these two because I've liked them. I did pull out a couple different things today just to go back and kind of revisit. I have the Smashbox Halo all-in-one tinted moisturizer. I thought about going back to try. And then I also, this NYX Bare With Me Blur Tint Foundation. I don't think I like this. Like, really don't want to go back and try that. Let's try the Smashbox. Actually, no. Let's go with something I'm familiar with as far as how it wears, so I know if it doesn't look good, I know that it's the Yummy Skin and not, you know, the foundation, so to speak. So let's go with something I'm kind of familiar with and I've been wearing. So this is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. I love this. I love the applicator. I love the shade on it for me. Perfect. Okay, so I got two new things for blush, so we might try both, to be honest. This is what I made my Sephora order for. This is the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint, and I don't think I've tried this once. I think my nieces have, but I have not. Yeah, I've not tried it once. So, good shade, right, for this look. It is very cooling. First time putting it on, so these are my initial reactions. Oh, I'm getting little specks of it. Well, I'm just gonna blend it with my foundation brush, which may not be a good idea, but couldn't find the brush I was looking for. Well, I definitely felt the cooling effect like right away. I like it. I think my nieces have kind of messed it up maybe a bit on the top. You get very little product for $25, so I don't know how I feel about that. But as far as like the cooling sensation, I like that. That's nice. I have red cheeks all the time, so it's nice to have something kind of cooling. I'm gonna use this brush, which is not what I put my foundation on with. See if we get a little bit better color this time. Pretty, very pretty. That's more for a like no makeup, which is not what I wear. If I'm gonna put makeup on, I'm gonna put makeup on. But I also got this camo liquid blush in the shade Coral Crush from e.l.f. and you need like barely a dot, and it goes such a long way. So pretty though. So let's put a little bit of that on to go with what we already have going. I would rather have to go back and put a little bit more on than to go in with too much the first time. I was playing with my nieces. Well, I say playing with them, but I was like doing makeup with them, and one of my nieces took it out and she like had this streak across her cheek. And I was like, oh no, that's way too much. And so I had to help her fix it, which of course it's fixable. You know, you just got to kind of work with it a little. Little foundation, a little, you know, this and that. But yeah, it's easy to go in too much. So start with a little, and if you feel like you need more, put more on. This is good for now. I think I'm good. I don't have a new liquid bronzer. This has been my bronzer of choice lately. The Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sunkissed Glow bronzer. It's like the creamy bronzer, and I've really been digging in on it. I don't know if you can tell, but I really love this. So one of my favorites. But I do this over powder. I don't do it under. So I'm gonna, let's do some concealer. I did pick this up. This is the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. I heard this was kind of a dupe for the NARS Creamy Concealer, which I don't have anymore, but I did have at one point. This has been nice. I don't have any complaints. I don't think it's necessarily a dupe. I will say that. Personally, I just don't think it is. If you disagree with me, that's okay. We can disagree. I just don't personally think that it is. Doing concealer after blush is also a great way to kind of tone it down if you get too much. I just use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder under my eyes. I'm going to use some of the e.l.f. Light Pink Halo powder for the rest of my face. I wasn't thinking, I just powder my whole face with a light pink powder. But oh well. It is what it is now. I also got this from e.l.f. It's the Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, I believe. Yes, it is Taupe. And I've been using it, and I really like these pencils, and I used to use a lot of them. A lot. But for the way I do my brows now, it's a little too chunky. However, I think this is a great deal for a great brow product. So I definitely do recommend. I just, for me and how I do my brows now, it's not super great, but it's still super affordable. So I mean, I can still use it. So I have been. Then I've just been using the Lift and Snatch as usual. Since I darkened my hair, I haven't really darkened my brows, so they're not exactly matching my hair, but that's okay. That's fine. I don't want super dark brows anyway. I just don't, so it works. Now, I have lost the brush that I like to use with this, and I don't know where it's at, and I'm pretty sure it's upstairs somewhere, and I've just got to look for it. But I'm very sad about it because I love the brush that I use with this. But I'm still going to use this today. And again, it's the Charlotte Tilbury Healthy Glow bronzer, and I love it so much. I have plenty of blush on, but I'm just going to put just a little more because why not? This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in No Vacancy. So I'm going to put just a little bit of that on because I just need some more. I didn't really need more. I just wanted more. I hope you guys got that too. I'm going to take out an oldie but a goodie. Jaclyn Cosmetics is no more, but I love this. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Flurries Highlighter. Even if it was still in business, you couldn't get this one anyway, so sorry about that, but I just love it. It's makeup therapy, okay? Going back to the Sigma palette, I'm going to take that Shakespeare shade that I lined the top with, and I'm going to line the bottom. Just about like halfway in, I guess. And then I'm going to take some of that hybrid shade and just kind of buff along that. A little bit of that Belle of the Ball and put it on like that inner portion of the bottom lash line. Take that same highlighter I used on my face and I'm just going to put that in the inner corner and a little on the brow bone. I'm going to take the Natasha Denona Macrotech Eye Crayon in Burgundy and align my waterline with that. Then I also got this mascara from e.l.f. It's the lash extender, and I thought it was going to be like a great dupe for my Tarte, what is it called? I'll have to put it on the screen because I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's a Tarte mascara that I like. You'd think I'd remember. It's a tubing mascara, the Tartelette tubing mascara, I think is what it's called. And this one is a tubing mascara. However, when I have worn this one, it doesn't come off as easy as the Tarte one. I don't feel like I get as much length with this one. Although it doesn't come off as easily, I have cried in this one. And it does like flake off and make a mess. So, if you plan to cry, which who does plan to cry really? Or if it's going to be humid or you have watery eyes or anything like that, this is probably not the mascara for you. It's not horrible, it's just not as good as my e.l.f. Lash and Roll. Now that one I love because it's a dupe for my very favorite roller lash from Benefit, which I haven't repurchased since the e.l.f. one came out. It's still pretty, it's just not my Tartelette one, and I prefer the Tartelette. However, for a fraction of the price, this is not bad at all. I did forget that I got the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I did get it. It's not something that's life-changing for me personally. It is great, but I'm a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I love this, and I love the one from Makeup Revolution. I forgot the name of it. It's a 16-hour one, but it's the matte one. That's what I'm looking for in a setting spray. So this is beautiful and great, but I just really like the others, and those are my favorites. So there's a really fine mist on this, which is very nice. I just feel like I have to use a lot of it because it is a fine mist. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I just have to end up like spraying a bunch. Okay, I also got two lip liners from e.l.f. It's the Cream Glide lip liners. They're just the regular pencil. One is in the shade, where you at? Pinky Swear and Baddest Beige. Very beautiful. I'm going to use the Baddest Beige. I think it would go better with what I'm wearing today. So beautiful. This is like one of the lightest shades. I think these are both like some of the lightest ones. So I love that. And I also got the Pout Clout Plumping pen, and this is in the shade. You have to have a microscope to be able to see that. It's in the shade Just Peachy. Don't pump it up too much because you'll get too much that you don't need, and you just kind of have to tap this on your lips, because if you rub it, you'll get too much product that you don't need. It does tingle a bit, but I don't find it like super uncomfortable or anything. I think it makes a great little lip combo. I love it. So of all the new stuff I used, I really like it all. There's nothing that I'm like unhappy with, except for maybe this. I think I think I paid too much for it to be so small. It was hyped up way too much on TikTok. So yeah, I'm not saying run and get one. of course, it's been a very long time now since they came out, so maybe you already have one. So yeah, it's not my very favorite thing in the world, so just letting you know how I feel about it. Anyway, so guys, life has just been crazy per usual. You guys know this. It's a broken record for you guys at this point, so I'm not trying to tell you the same old. I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, and if I have, I do apologize. However, I don't think my mom would mind me saying this, because I've talked about her health before, and I think I've even said that before. She had some health issues, and if I've said this, please, I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've sat down to do this. I don't remember what I've said and what I haven't. But in December of last year, my life just kind of took a little bit of a turn. And not mine personally. Well, it is personal, but it's not particularly mine. It was my mom's. She had to have a major surgery. She had a leg amputation then, and that was a huge deal. Of course, for anyone it would be huge. People have gone through worse. I understand that as well. So going through that, experiencing that just days before her birthday, and then she's went through her recovery process, and she has done phenomenal with it. We're 6 months out now. She's walking again. That's something I never thought I'd get to see her do, is to walk. On Mother's Day, I actually got to witness it, like with my own 2 eyes and in person. Got to see her walk, which is huge. Like, you don't know like how happy that made me, and like I cried watching it. Just simple things of taking steps is huge, because that's something we just never thought we would get to see again. So to get to see it, pretty big deal. A pretty big deal. So to see where she is now from where she came from, huge deal. In the very beginning, when all this started, as far as like when she was unable to walk, she could do nothing for herself as far as moving like from one place to another. So she's doing wonderful where she is now. So and that's all thanks to other people, not to anybody, but her sheer will, determination, God's grace and mercy, and everybody else who is helping her and being there for her. And I'm just emotional support at this point. But I'm so thankful, just really so thankful. So she spent some time in a rehab close to me here, and so I got to see her a little bit more when she was here, which was very nice. Get to be super close by her, because I'm a little ways from her at this point. She doesn't live with me anymore. There was a time when she did, and I miss her, that I don't get to see her as much as I used to, but I also know that she's in the best place that she needs to be at this point in time. So I'm thankful for all the care she's receiving. So yeah, that was something we had to get through. And then I've just emotionally and mentally and physically I've been through it myself. Not so much physically, but just emotionally and mentally. I've been through some stuff. I don't really talk about it with anybody when I'm going through stuff. I just kind of shut down, and my family and friends, they probably notice it, but I just don't talk about it. I just don't say a whole lot about what I'm going through, and I just kind of push through and just go through and just try to do what I can. But sometimes I know it's very I'm sure I wear my emotions on my sleeve a lot. So it's not anything that I think I hide well. It's just something I don't like to talk about. So just different things like that. And I've spoken before about depression, anxiety, and things that I've dealt with. So nothing new there. It's just something that I've been struggling with. So that's another thing, another layer that's added. And then just things in life, not any one particular thing, but just things in life. I've just tried to be there for my family and take time for them, and so it's been very nice to be able to do that. But also, I haven't taken time to really take care of me either, and that's what I do when I get in that headspace of I'm laughing not in a funny way, but like when I get in that headspace of not feeling the best and not doing the greatest mentally, I will like kind of check out on myself, not take care of me, and I will try to throw myself into taking care of somebody else, someone else, everybody else, whether I'm doing a good job at it or not. That's just what I try to do. So tomorrow, as I'm filming this, tomorrow will be Father's Day. That's always a hard time for me. A lot of things are hard for me since I lost my dad, but any holiday that kind of brings that up and reminds me of it subconsciously, it just creeps in. It just is there, and I don't know sometimes that I'm even doing it, and my husband will be like, I noticed that, you know, you were being kind of reserved and everything, and so I just try to leave you alone and let you be. And so he's really nice to try to do that for me. I thank him for that. So that's just kind of how I am. I just kind of keep to myself. So I'll be honest, making a makeup video has not been at the top of my priority list because I've just been trying to survive. I've just been trying to make it through life as best I can. So I'm doing better as far as mentally goes. I am taking care of myself a little bit better and doing more for me. I'm taking, you know, time for me, and maybe people in my family will hear me say something like that and they'll roll their eyes because I don't have children of my own, or, you know, they feel like I don't do that much for them, and that's okay too. Maybe I don't do as much as I think I do, you know. That's okay too, because, you know, if I don't do as much as I think that I do, sometimes when you're depressed or whatever, the most simple task can feel like the most, you know, like you're given your all for it. So anyway, I'm not here to harp on that and be like, oh, pat me on the back or anything like that. That's not at all why I say any of this. I'm just letting you guys know, like, some days I'm just surviving the day. I'm just getting through it, and I feel like I'm not the only one, and that's the only reason I'm saying what I'm saying, is just so you know, like, you're not alone. If you feel that way, I'm right there with you. I'm just trying to survive too. I'm just trying to get through the day, just trying to make it. So I just wanted you to know you're not alone. So I'm not just trying to ramble. I'm just trying to tell you guys, life's been laughing, like I said, and it's just part of it. And also, one of the major changes in mine and my husband's life, we got a puppy. I know that's probably something super mundane to some people, but to us, that's been a huge change. He's just become the center of our worlds, and our world, I should say. And he is just the sweetest little thing. His name is Nico. I'll put a picture in here so you guys can see how cute he is. He is just the sweetest thing, and we just have fallen in love, and he has taken over everything for us. So that is something that not only brings us joy and brings me joy, and, you know, but he is something that we just absolutely, it's not something, but someone that we just love so much, and we are so thankful to have him as part of our family now. So they do truly become family. Here we are, almost 5 years married, and we're getting our first animal together, even though we had my mom's dog, who we loved very much and had her for a very short time. This is our first, like, our animal, so he's just been, you know, the center of our world, and we just love him so much, and he is spoiled rotten and gets by with so much that he shouldn't. And I told my husband the other day, I was like, you know, he does things and we're like, oh my gosh, how cute is that? But if it was somebody else's animal, we'd be like, oh my gosh, why do they let their animal do stuff like that? So we've got to do better. So we're learning as we go. So but he is a golden doodle. I don't know if I said that, but I just saw his picture, fell in love with him, and I was like, I have to have him. He has to be mine. So it was meant to be something that I needed, and he was just meant to be ours. So anyway, I'll quit rambling now. Our world's changed a little. My world's changed a little. It's just been a lot of stuff going on, and I know everybody's life is crazy. I know everybody's life is busy. Everyone has things going on. People have things worse than I have things going on, or you know, more chaotic or anything. I'm not trying to say like, oh, mine's just so bad that I just can't sit down and film a video. Like, I understand that, but some people have asked, you know, hey, how you doing? Are you doing okay? Like, you've not filmed a video, is everything doing? So it's not like I feel the need to necessarily explain, but I don't want you guys to just feel like, oh, she doesn't care about it anymore, and when she decides to put one out, she just wants to put one out because she feels like it. And I mean, you know, like, it's not just this kind of thing that I just do whenever I feel like it kind of thing. And then again, it is when I can fit it into my schedule, you know. So today it just happened to work out. So anyway, I'll shut up now and you can stop listening to me ramble. If you have listened this far, thank you very much. Thank you for caring. Thank you for checking in on me. Thank you for watching this video. If you're still here, thank you. I appreciate it. If you're still on the channel, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will try my best to post as often as I can. Don't know how regular it'll be, but I'll do it as much as I can. So thank you guys again. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, staying safe, happy, and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.